After drinking the excellent Oseka from the Garden Brewery from Croatia that was in Asda, I went back into Asda and thought I'd get some more of that and really enjoyed it. And then I saw this one. This is Plima. It's a double IPA, also from the Garden Brewery, and it's at 7.4% ABV. This is £3 in Asda, but is it any good? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. A little bit of a longer introduction. I should have just kept it short and snappy, but I'm excited. We've got this beer today. This is Plima, and this appeared back in Asda. After I'd been to Asda and bought the free that I reviewed, I went back in there because I thought, yeah, I fancy some more of that Oseka, and I went and I thought, is there any I missed? So I went in there, and suddenly this appeared, and actually I bought this one and also another one called Neon IPA that was from Gweng. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I reviewed one of their beers on the channel before. It's been in supermarkets before. They've got a Neon, I think it's called Neon IPA, but I got this one as well, which really excited me because obviously the Oseka was brilliant. And this is a double IPA, also by the Garden Brewery, called Plima, and it says big, juicy and full-bodied, smooth, hazy, with waves of citrus, berry and coconut. So I was thinking, has it got Sabro in it? And yes, it has, because obviously like the Oseka, it says the hops on it. So let me just read them out. So we've got all the extra power, wheat flakes, wheat malt, oat flakes. The hops though, Citra, Amarillo and Sabro. Yeast again, juice machine. It's a bit, 7.4%, it's a little bit low for a double IPA. I mean, some IPAs at like 7.4, pretty much up to that level. So 7.4 to 7.5 is really the sort of cutting off point, I think. But most doubles are about 8%. But it's a supermarket beer, and I said in the intro, £3. The Oseka, which I talked about on the video, is £4, but obviously I did put a little flasher on it to say that it was actually £3. This is £3 as well. And of course, if you buy 4 of these, 4 double IPAs, you're paying £2.60, £2.50, something like that. £2.62, I think it is. So really cheap for a double IPA. But of course, if it's rubbish, it doesn't matter how much it is, does it? But if it's good, it's certainly worth it for £2.62 to buy 4 of them. And if it's great, well, it could be the bargain of the year. Let's see what this is like. I mean, Amarillo is not my favourite hop because it's a bit too orangey. Usually when it's with other stuff, it's all right. But Amarillo and Sabro seems to be a weird mix. But we'll see what it's like. Anyway, beer in a glass. Well, we've got a much more orangey sort of beer. It's hazy, but I wouldn't say it was, if you look at it at the bottom, it's almost, you can nearly see through that. It's not as thick and hazy as you would expect, especially for a double IPA. We've got just under 2 fingers, fairly compacted white head. It looks pretty good, and already I'm getting quite a bit of aroma in the room. So let's get into that aroma. Ooh, smells really orangey. There's orange and passion fruit in here. Can't really pick out the Sabro at all. There's a bit of grapefruit. It's all about orange. Maybe it's even got to the point where the orange and passion fruit is developing into a strong sort of apricot sort of aroma. It smells really sweet and really aromatic and gets those taste buds going. So let's tuck in. Cheers, everyone. That's really tasty. It's quite light. For a double IPA, it's certainly quite light, but the body's smooth and the flavour is very much like the aroma. Big hits of real juicy orange and mango and passion fruit, peach and apricot, all those sort of flavours. But where normally I'm not a massive fan of all those flavours in beer, but this is, I don't know why this is really hitting the right notes for me. There is a little bit of that berry coming in as well, which is weird because where's the berry from the hops? Citra, I mean, it's obviously it says citrus, berry, and coconut, so you would have thought the three hops, Citra, Amarillo, and Sabro are those things. But I always think Amarillo's but orange. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is more berry. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I have to look that up. There is a bit, but then it is all very orangey as well. It's very smooth. It's very, very smooth. Almost velvety mouthfeel. It does. I mean, it's 7.4%. It does drink more like an IPA for me. It doesn't quite have that. The flavour's very sort of refreshing. And a refreshing beer for 7.4% is a bit of a weird thing, but that's what it is. It's so light, it makes it much more drinkable. Even though it's light, it's almost, but it's very soft for the carbonation. Sometimes you get light and fizzy, which I'm not a big fan of. And usually you want a bit more body, so it gives you a little bit more of a softer mouthfeel. But you're still getting a soft mouthfeel with a very light beer. Peach and orange, passion fruit, mango. There's a sweetness that's really Moorish in this beer. And I think it is an absolute great beer for the money. £3 for this. I think I put on my thumbnail for the Oseka. This one I've still got it sitting here because it was only a couple of days about it. I think, is this the best beer in Asda? Well, the answer to that question is no, because I think it's this one. I think this is better. This is a really cracking beer. The Garden Brewery, they've hit Asda with 2 beers that are both good. This one I think is a little bit special. Really like it. Wow. Asda. New brewery in Asda, £3. I've got 4 of those. Let me work this out. 4 beers, and I get paid for free. So I buy 4 beers. I pay £9 for 4 of these. £9 is £2. So yeah, no, it's less than £2.50. It's £2.25. £2.25. Am I getting this right? 3. Yeah, I put 4 for free. Yeah, so £3 for this. £9 for 4 of them. £2.25. This is going to get a 10 out of 10 for value because I think it's a really cracking beer. It's not as, I mean, you compare it with some of the great double IPAs that we've had on the channel over the last sort of 6 months from the likes of Track. Some great beer doubles from Track. Rivington's another one. They're the 2 that really stick out for me. It's not at that level. But then I'm paying nearly £6 for those beers, and I could be paying like £2.25 for this. Yeah, it's a cracking beer. I can't say anything more, but go out and buy it. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Plima. This is a double IPA from the Garden Brewery from Croatia in Asda supermarket for, wait for it, £3 a can. You buy 4 of these, then it costs £2.25 a can. Oh God, that's so cheap. I can't even think if my maths are right. Maybe the beer has gone into my head. It's got Sabro, Citra, and Amarillo. I'm not picking up much of the Sabro at all, which is a very rare thing when you've got Sabro in a beer. But there is a sweetness into this beer. It's a little bit sweeter than probably you would necessarily expect. And I have a feeling it might be the Sabro in there. But it's all about orange and passion fruit and mango and apricot and those flavours. It's smooth, it's silky, it's delicious. Right, scores. Aroma. Appearance. Flavour. Value for money. Well, what else would you expect? It's going to be a 10 out of 10. And finally, my overall experience. Total the scores up. I think it's the highest rated supermarket beer that I've reviewed, certainly this year, if not in the last couple of years. Total score. It's in the 80s. It's the heaviest of heavy metal. It's the Iron Maiden of craft beers. It's the Iron Maiden of supermarket beers. It's a cracking beer. So if you're in Asda, pick this one up. It is very, very good. This one also is good. I don't want to say this one's very good as well. This one's great. This one's very good. They're both worth your money because they're £3 each. So buy those. I mean, even a Faith in Futures one. I've still got that one here. This one. It's not bad as well. Asda are smashing it. Yeah. And if you're thinking what going to be the fourth one, I like this one as well. There your 4. So if you're in Asda, buy those 4, drink them. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like the Asda beers. We can only go really downhill from here, which is a bit disappointing. I should have maybe saved this one for last. I thought this one would be good because the other one was good, but I didn't think it would be as good as this is. So let me know in the comments if you've had it. Let me know if you think these are great beers. And the Garden Brewery, they're smashing the supermarkets. Let's hope it continues. Hope you like the review. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And do 2 more things for me. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.